me just like explain him that we have a prayer that will be approved by the Assembly to commence our meetings, but before then, it has to be approved by the Assembly, but before then, we'll ask the Assistant Speaker to say a prayer for us to begin, if we can all be standing.
We bow down before you in your throne in heaven, knowing that you are the creator of the nations, God who sees past and the future. And we worship you this morning because of your wisdom. Be with us. Continue to give enlightenment to leadership, direction, guidance to leadership this morning. Help us to be one in heart and mind for the cause that has been with us here for over 20 years now. And we put everything into your hands this morning so that whatever is the outcome today may be the joy of the people of this nation to be a nation already. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Honorable members, I'll just make a few remarks. First of all, we are not sitting as the House of Representatives. Yumi Sindanolsem Constituent Assembly, a legal constituent assembly. BEC even appointing all the members who are mandated, as well as members that it deemed would be also be representatives with a wide representation of the people outside, and in particular, members who have been part of the Bougainville Constitutional Planning Committee, because in the proceedings, in the debates, because they were out on the awareness and consultations in the making of the Constitution, it'd be wise to have those people in case, to help in the debates when there are issues or queries raised. Secondly, Bougainville, and through the Constituent Assembly, I can also say that we have our own symbols, our own rituals, our own totems, and we thought it would be appropriate to have our own symbol of authority where the mace is usually placed. The clerk and I discussed that. I think it's quite appropriate that that we have our own symbol of authority in this assembly. The first business of the assembly will be the swearing in of members by the Chief Magistrate. And how we are going to proceed with this is because there are a number of us. The swearing will be done in unison, all at one time. There'll be a sheet of paper. Clerk, is it in front of the members? Where magistrate, by reading, all you do is I, sing out him or call him name below you, and just follow what the Chief Magistrate says in the declaration sheet. As you sign your declarations, you may proceed to your seats and wait for the others to also sign theirs. I think with these remarks, let's take this one at a time, and then we can go on to the next item of business in the Assembly. But as I said, we are no longer sitting as a House of Representatives, as a parliament, but as a body that is making a determination through the draft constitution when it comes, the destiny and the future of Bougainville. That is the specific role and objective of this Constituent Assembly. So members, the first item of business will be the swearing in of members of the BCA, the Bougainville Constituent Assembly. On behalf of members, may I invite the Chief Magistrate to administer the declarations of loyalty to Bougainville and its people and the declarations of office. Can be upstanding, honorable members. Please be seated. So, honorable members, we have two sheets. Applying declaration of loyalty of members to the Assembly, to the Bougainville Peace Agreement, Bougainville, its people, and the Constitution of the Autonomous Region of Bougainville. Now apply an oath of office that we also have to sign. Also me talk by Chief Magistrate, the Administrative Mall, na way by go, we will follow after him. This two declarations, where by post, you may call him one employee, you may. So may I call on the Chief Magistrate? Please be upstanding.
As the speaker have mentioned, you just follow me as I read through this oath on both of these documents. So when I say I, you call your name. All right, follow me. The first one would be the Bougainville Constituent Assembly Declaration of Loyalty. Okay, everybody. I,
Simon Pentano,
as I undertake
as I undertake
my role
my role
as a member
as a member
of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly,
of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly,
now being established
now being established
to receive
from
from the Bougainville Constitutional Planning Commission
the Bougainville Constitutional Planning Commission
the document known
as
as the second draft of the Constitution of the Republic of North Solomon,
the second draft of the Constitution of the Republic of North Solomons,
in order
in order
to consider, amend, and in due course
and in due course
reflecting the outcomes of the post-independence
post-independence
referendum decision-making process on the future political status
on the future political status
of Bougainville,
of Bougainville,
adopt and enact it, and realizing fully the responsibilities to which I am committing myself and the consequences of not living up to this declaration and those responsibilities freely and willingly declare my loyalty to the Bougainville Peace Agreement signed in Arawa on the 30th day of August 2001 as given effect by Part 14 Bougainville Government and Bougainville Referendum of the Constitution of the Independent State of Papua New Guinea, which provides for the post-independent referendum decision making process in the future political status of Bougainville and the autonomous region of Bougainville and its people, and the Constitution of the autonomous region of Bougainville adopted by the previous Bougainville Constituent Assembly in November 2004. And I promise that I will uphold the Bougainville Peace Agreement and the Constitution of the Autonomous Region of Bougainville and the laws which apply in Bougainville in the course of the work of this assembly to consider, debate, and in due course, pending the outcome of the post-independence referendum decision-making process on the future political status of Bougainville adopted the Constitution of the Republic of North Solomon. So help me God. All right, thank you. We'll go to the next one. Members of Assembly, Office of Oath. Okay, and we'll do the same. I do swear that I will well and truly serve the membership of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly in its task of considering, amending, and in due course, pending the outcome, the post-referendum decision-making process on the future political status of Bougainville being conducted under the Bougainville Peace Agreement and Section 342 in Part 14 of the Constitution of the Independent State of Papua New Guinea, adopting and enacting the Constitution of the Republic of North Solomon. So help me God. Thank you. So we'll get one member each come up.
Honorable members, please be seated. I will have my declaration signed by the Chief Magistrate first, and then we will go this row from the President. You go down. When we come up, Minister Blong, local Minister Blong, Community Affairs, by you come back also Minister for Education, I go down. Behind by Kamal Salas, Member Blow Evo, Torao, Ikamolsem. So we'll at least have some order. So I'll start the process.
Viewers, we welcome you to the live coverage of the first ever Bougainville Constituent Assembly meeting today, being Friday, the 28th of March 2025. And we've just had the members to the Constituent Assembly having read out their statements of loyalty. And right now we are into the signing. So first person to have come forward and signed is the chairman of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly, Simon Pentano was the first to sign. Then we had President Honorable Ismail Torwama as the second person to sign, and currently we have the Vice President Honorable Patrick Nisira signing his statement of loyalty to the BCA, and signing the oath of the statement. as a member of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly. We acknowledge listeners tuning into NBC Bougainville and Newton FM this morning. If you are tuning in from within Bougainville, North Bougainville, Central Bougainville, and South Bougainville, we acknowledge you this morning. And here from out of the chambers, we just had the Honorable Geraldine Paul, who had come forward and signed her oath. And after her, we have Honorable Patrick Collis, has just completed signing his oath. So if you've just joined us, this morning, this is the first Bougainville Constituent Assembly meeting, and we are currently witnessing the members of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly signing in their oath, witnessed by Senior Magistrate Bruce Tasikul.
Honorable members, the formal arrangement is no can sign him time you sit down Lord Chair below you. But if I come sign him in front Lord Chief Magistrate. Also, before you sign him, you got space on top where you write him name below you.
To our listeners out there tuning in to NBC Bougainville and Newton FM, what's currently happening right now is we have all the current members have read out their statements with in front of Senior Magistrate Bruce Tasikul, and after they've sworn in their oath, they are now signing, and once the senior magistrate stamps their oath or statements of oath, then they are now recognized as members of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly of North Solomons. Suppose you're joining me now to sol. Last sitting the Bougainville House of Representatives, Emi bin come up aste na oli bin pasim na tete long this morning now this la House of Representatives Emi Senis na yumi got him now Bougainville Constituent Assembly of North Solomons. Okay, along last agenda been come up on last business meeting aste President Honorable Ismail Torwama, Emi bin reading motion lon senisim Bougainville House of Representatives igo long Bougainville Constituent Assembly na displa Emi move lon so imolsem yumi now iwoklon ready lokisim displa independent status. So Bougainville Constituent Assembly now by mass. So time this la Constituent Assembly I come up am now this la assembly and by a local team you me going up long one time you me kisim independence long so all viewers play you me suppose you walk on all viewers na listeners play me inside lo Bougainville suppose you walk on harem me plus stop suppose you been following me plus long aste I come this la Bougainville House of Representative MEP nis aste time President emi movie motion don senisim igolon Bougainville Constituent Assembly na all geta members belong House only been agree longem only vote longem na tete long display day Friday 28th of March 2025 display House emi come up all sem Bougainville Constituent Assembly belong North Solomons. Currently, all current ministers belong House, will work guantap sign him statement of vote belong all na magistrate, senior magistrate Bruce Tasikul I work on stamp him this all statements belong all long legally so him all sem only now members belong Bougainville Constituent Assembly. So all ministers blame me, only Spinis lon sign him, all this all oath. Last minister, minister blon technical services, and me guantap na sign him. Na now, you may look or witness him all ordinary members, blong Bougainville Constituent Assembly, in our guantap lon sign him oath blong all. Na you may start one time. Honorable Matthias Salas, currently worklo sign him statement longem. One time witness blong senior magistrate Bruce Tasikul. Lo inside long this Bougainville Constituent Assembly too. Tete long morning before long this meeting I come up. Only swearing me now. Clerk belong Parliament, Peter Topura emi now clerk belong this Bougainville Constituent Assembly na am to work on sanap assistim all members belong you me now lon go forward na signing all statement of oath belong all so this one something you work on come up inside long chambers tete long morning. So this signing been start one time President Honorable Ismail Torwama, behind long Vice President Loyumi Honorable Patrick Nisira, and then following all ministers behind him now, Honorable Geraldine Paul, Minister of Finance and Treasury, emi bin go sign. Na behind longem ibin got Minister blon DPI Honorable Patrick Colles, behind Lodisla Minister blon Police Honorable John Bosco Ragu bin sign na Minister blon Community Development Maurice Opeti bin sign. Okay, and then you may go long upside too. All ministers continue long bin sign him. Minister blon Education Honorable Thomas Pataku. One time Minister of Justice and Independence Mission Honorable Ezekiel Massat, Minister of Community Government Honorable Theonila Matbob, Minister of Lands Honorable Junior Tumare, Minister of Public Service Honorable Amanda Masono, Minister of Health Honorable Dennis Lokonai, na Minister of Technical Services Honorable Joseph Mona. Only been go ahead long sign him all oath blong all behind long President and Vice President. Now yet here Lord Chambers all ordinary members only guantap sign him all statements blong all or statement of oath blong all. Na you may been start one time Honorable Matthias Salas, member blon North Nasio constituency. And then Honorable Rodney Osioko bin guantap member blon Kokoda constituency long Central Bougainville. Then you maybe got Deputy Speaker, one time Deputy Speaker Usatu Emi Member Makim Olmeri Lo South Bougainville, Honorable Tris Kaitavara, Emi Eguantab now na signing statement of oath longem to Assistant
Keep moving, please.
Usat all members, ordinary members been signed to. I've been got a member Blo Tewa constituency, Honorable Charles Kakapetai, to been guantap na sign him statement of oath belongam. Now at member belong Baba constituency, Honorable Emmanuel Carlos Kaitavara, Emi Woklon sign him statement of oath belongam. Of course, witnessed by Senior Magistrate Bruce Tasikul na clerk ni Black Clerk of Bougainville Constituent Assembly, Mr. Peter Topura, only Woklon go pass long display. Yes, Yumi Woklon Tok looking all members blo Yumi, all members blo Yumi inside long Bougainville Constituent Assembly Woklon sign him oath long looks long all awesome now only members blon Bougainville Constituent Assembly belong North Solomons. Okay, suppose you joining me plan now that's all. As the long avenue and been last the sitting belong house all same Bougainville House of Parliament. Lord this last business belong house long aste President Honorable Ismail Torwama and been moving motion long Senisim Bougainville House of Representative Igol Lon Bougainville Constituent Assembly na house bin agree longem na aste yumi pinisim last plus sitting also Bougainville House of Representative now lo this la morning yumi statim Bougainville Constituent Assembly all geta all current members belong house now only woklon only redeem talk promise belong all na now only guantap sign him all this talk promise also members belong Bougainville Constituent Assembly of North Solomons. So listeners na all viewers suppose you joining me pla all this pla all members blo yumi long parliament now only ba kolimol all sem all members belong Bougainville Constituent Assembly of North Solomons. Inside law this plateau by Oli Makim or BEC Bougainville Executive Council I appoint him all 6 all members too all ordinary members all ordinary man Mary this all man Mary only been staff inside long Bougainville Constitutional Planning Commission also all commissioners only been round kisim tintin blo Bougainvillians inside lo Bougainville long mainland PNG na lo sampla narapla countries also Solomon Islands na Australia lo kisim tintin lo Bougainvillians lo right him constitution or new plo mamalo belong independent nation to be. So as part of this commission now, only Bougainville Executive Council marking all this all 6 all the members to be part of this Bougainville Constituent Assembly. Okay, no good but you got ask him why only mark him all this all 6 line. Before me make him this work lon displa Constituent Assembly 2 and by lon look lon displa constitution draft constitution lo independent nation to be na suppose displa assembly is sit down na only accept him now displa draft constitution time you may accept him this la and now you may come up independent nation na this law online all six pla all members law this pla assembly where me mention him usat ibin all commissioners suppose house of suppose this la Bougainville Constituent Assembly I got him all question or ask him law this pla constitution draft this pla all members blon Bougainville Constitutional Planning Commission usati now by come a part lo this pla assembly I can help him lo explain him one him this pla all ask him oligat lon this pla draft mama law or constitution blon independent nation to be so that is a reason why only got this pla all six pla appointed all constitutional planning commissioners to be part of this pla Bougainville Constituent Assembly. So viewers, members of Bougainville Constituent Assembly by all current members you may got, all current elected members of you, where you maki me come inside law on this pla parliament, na only by got him to this pla six pla all commissioners, lo Bougainville Constitutional Planning Commission, all two by come up part of this pla assembly, lo assist him all this pla current all members bla yumi suppose only got all ask him belong this pla Bougainville Constituent Assembly belong not Solomons. And welcome back, Lorne. This is the first Bougainville Constituent Assembly meeting today, brought to you live on Bougainville TV, Bougainville Constituent Assembly TV, and also relayed on NBC Bougainville na New Dawn FM as well. From out of the chambers, as me mentioned before, me pla uklo witnessing all current members blon house oli kamantap na signing all oath blongol after longoli kisim talk promise or walkie talk promise lon come up members blon Bougainville Constituent Assembly of North Solomons. Now, as me mentioned in Pinis, behind longol get all current members blo yumi constituency members, regional members blol Mary na regional members blong all veterans or ex-combatants. By yumi got all six ordinary all six all members too by only swearing molin na this all members only part of this Bougainville Constitutional Planning Commission. So mi blagat first Mary where emi guantab na sign him. So this law ordinary or members from the part of the BCPC Commission or Bougainville Constitutional Planning Commission where now only come member blon BCA who are currently the members of the BCA. We have Genevieve Somo from North Bougainville. We also have Mrs. Anita Salas from Central Bougainville, who has just signed her oath as a member of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly of North Solomons. And we have Isabel Peta representing South Bougainville. So three women members who are part of the Bougainville Constitutional Planning Commission have just signed their oath as members of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly. I repeat, Genevieve Somo, Anita Salas, and Isabel Peta. After Isabel Peta, we have Albert Nukwitu from South Bougainville, who has just signed his oath. And we have David Maliku representing or from Central Bougainville. David Maliku is a former magistrate who is currently in front signing his oath, witnessed by the Clerk of Parliament Peter Topura and Senior Magistrate Bruce Tasiku. And the sixth person to be part of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly is Mr. Robert Semoso. So these six commissioners who are part of the Bougainville Constitutional Planning Commission are also now being sworn in as members of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly of the North Solomons. And so the first part of this sitting on Bougainville Constituent Assembly, you may get him this swearing in of office, where the current members and the six members I've mentioned have just finished, and witnessed by Senior Magistrate Bruce Tasikul.
Honorable members, this ends this part of the program for today, and before the Chief Magistrate takes his leave, may I ask everyone to be upstanding. Thank you. Please be seated. Next business, the clerk.
Mr. Chairman, our next business of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly is the notice of motion establishing the Bougainville Constituent Assembly to be moved by the President. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Honourable members of this assembly, we will come now to the establishment of this Bougainville Constituent Assembly. I call this assembly to order and invite the President to move a motion of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly, establishing the Assembly and empowering the adoption of the Constitution of the Republic of the North Solomons, the organic law, and other laws. As I mentioned yesterday, we are beginning the process. Although the draft constitution is not ready, this is an important part of the process in getting us ready when we come back in May, and it doesn't stop us from, in fact, it's well in order to establish this Constituent Assembly at this point in time. May I call the Honorable the President.
Mr. Chairman, I will now move the motion of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly establishing this Assembly and empowering the adoption of the Constitution of the Republic of North Solomons and the organic laws and other laws. Motion of the Bougainville Constituent Assembly establishing that the Assembly and empowering the adoption of the Constitution of the Republic of North Solomons and the organic laws and other laws. Whereas on the 27th of March 2025, the House of Representatives resolved that initially in principle, pending the outcome of the post-referendum consultation process on the future political status of Bougainville being conducted under the Bougainville Peace Agreement and Section 342 in Part 14 of the Constitution of the Independent State of Papua New Guinea, the autonomous region of Bougainville to move into independent status. And whereas it is necessary for the people of the autonomous region of Bougainville to, initially in principle, pending the outcome of the post-referendum decision-making process on the future political status of Bougainville being conducted under the Bougainville Peace Agreement and Section 342 in Part 14 of the Constitution of the Independent State of Papua New Guinea, make provision for the establishment of the Republic of North Solomons to replace the autonomous Bougainville government in anticipation and in the event of the lawful cessation of any right or claim by the independent state of Papua New Guinea to have any sovereignty, sovereign rights on rights of administration in respect of or pertaining to the whole any part of the autonomous region of Bougainville. Now, we, the elected and the adopted representatives of the people of the autonomous region of Bougainville, being the elected members of both the House of Representatives and of the Bougainville electorate in Papua New Guinea National Parliament, and the 6 appointed members who are members of the Bougainville Constitutional Planning Commission and the Speaker of the House of Representatives will together constitute ourselves into the Bougainville Constituent Assembly for the purpose of establishing and initially in principle pending the outcome of the post-referendum decision-making process on the future political status of Bougainville being conducted under the Bougainville Peace Agreement and Section 342 in Part 14 of the Constitution of the Independent State of Papua New Guinea, adopting a constitution for the Republic of North Solomons, certain and other organic laws, ordinary laws, and rules of doing any other thing that may be necessary or desirable for ensuring a peaceful, orderly, and effective transition to independence and an independent and homegrown constitution, provided always that establishment and adoption of the doing of such other things shall have force and effective only upon such repeal of the lawful cessation of such rights or claims becoming operative. And therefore, I now move that we, the duly elected and appointed representatives of and for, on behalf of the people of the Autonomous Region of Bougainville, herein assembly, do resolve ourselves into the Bougainville Constituent Assembly to debate and initially in principle pending the outcome of the post-referendum decision-making process on the future political status of Bougainville being conducted under the Bougainville Peace Agreement and Section 342 in Part 14 of the Constitution of the Independent State of Papua New Guinea, approve and enact the Constitution of the Republic of North Solomons, and to discuss and decide on any other things that are necessary for smooth transition to independence. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I beg your pardon. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. Honorable members, as we heard, the President has just moved a motion, and we can go ahead and debate the motion. I just want to also, I want to also state again that this motion that establishes this assembly may and can initially in principle debate in general aspects of the draft constitution, which is not ready, pending the outcome of the process that is going through the moderation. But this establishes for us that when we come back in May, when the draft constitution will be ready, we will merely just go into the debate of that constitution. Having said that, honorable members, the floor is now open. Member for Hago, go ahead.
Thank you, Chairman. Misanap, long Makin people Blomilo Hagwe constituency, and of course my Hagwe community government, to fully congratulate the establishment of a constituent assembly, Loyumi inside Lodisla Plovlo Parliament. Bougainville today once again has set history in its political life to ensure that we address the aspirations of the people of Bougainville through the establishment of the Constituent Assembly. So me like to also congratulations once again. Our Constituent Assembly is fully tasked to ensure that we fully complete the Bougainville Independence Constitution. And of course, having to come in 2005, Lotami come inside this honorable house, while I'm still seeing the sunset. And as for my colleagues who have actually passed on in this honorable house, and our leaders of Bougainville, we had the same thoughts in mind. And that is to ensure that Bougainville one day will liberate itself to an independent status, and to ensure that we live a good life from what we have been. That was our struggle for Bougainville's independence. So time walk lo stop yet tete, and some of us were already in heaven enjoying a very good life in heaven. We've gone through the same path. Honorable Ezekiel Massad, Honorable Patrick Nizira, the three of us are still here. We've started this honorable house. Nami plus stop yet. Maybe God may like him. Nipla going complete in this process. And then we are called to have an everlasting life with the rest who have passed on. We like pay tribute. Long all leaders blow you me. Who's that? Only been losing life long all. In struggle to ensure that we lay the foundation for this wonderful nation to be. Look up independent. Our president, late Joseph Kabui. I know you're listening to us today, and in spirit, the whole lot of you are witnessing this on the floor of Parliament, where we all started together. Late Dr. Alexis Sare was serving in this house as well. Late Leo Hanet, those are former premiers of the North Solomons provincial government, and very successful at that time as well. Honorable should have been losing life. Honorable Tabinaman, Honorable Joseph Watawi, late. Honorable late Jerry Napto. Now honorable should have been served here. Now we stand to acknowledge you, and we stand to salute you on the establishment on the occasion of this Bougainville Constituent Assembly. Let me plus stop today. Officers, secretaries who have passed on, you've done us proud. Since the restoration period, we came in through the success of the referendum process, and here we are today. Tete, emi maki milestone lo yumi olgatalo here. This is the Constituent Assembly that is going to bring us into the independence, declaring independence for this nation and in our constituency as well. So I would like to also say, regardless of the challenges, we continue to persevere. Regardless of the challenges, and to make sure that, yes, Bougainville, in accordance with our vote for 98% law independence, by you make some independence yet. The world is watching us today. We are being broadcast live all over the world. America is watching us as well today, if you didn't know that. And this is what is happening. I mean, like the whole same. Bougainville is even prepared, and we are totally committed as the members of the Constituent Assembly. Like you mean, bring in this nation and go along, declaration of independence. Wherever you are today is a Bougainvillian, and in support of our struggle for independence, let's stand united together as Bougainvillians. That this independent, and Yumi by Kisimiet through the Constituent Assembly. So people of Yumi Bougainville, one more time again, Turama Nisera government has fulfilled its obligation to ensure that the people think Blomipla, the committee Nipla, the Bougainville must get some independence. That is the government institution. The Constituent Assembly has been established today. Let's all work together. Be united as one. Forget the differences that we continue to have. And we walk to talk together. Supporting government, supporting community government, supporting leadership, Bloyumi, inside our constituencies. Now you may walk about one time. Let's prove beyond Papua New Guinea, the international community, our struggle is going to be finalized through the establishment of the Constituent Assembly. There is no turning back, and no one is going to change our result. 97.7% for the Board of Independence. We stay committed to that. And let me remind all of us, no one compensation by napim ting blo people blo Bougainville. More money with infrastructure development, more money with traditional values, lo seeking compensation. That's not going to work for the people of Bougainville. Our independence for Bougainville is the only compensation that Bougainville wants, and nothing else. And no one is going to set a new timeline for us, like in the last meetings that we had. Not one man, not even the Prime Minister, or in the international community. The time frame has been set to ensure that not before 2025 and beyond 2027, Bougainville set in timeline belong and finish, and our date for our declaration is the 1st of September 2027. Ami clear? No, what one plan by Senison. Every Bougainvillian is tasked to ensure that let's work with the Constituent Assembly and we progress together to ensure we have a proper and well-established constitution. Law safeguarding Yumi Olgata. Your freedom of movement, your freedom of speech is what Bougainville wants today. And let's move it on with the Republic of North Solomons. Am I right, huh? So I like to call him Chairman, Law House, in the new Constituent Assembly. We are so much very proud today as being the first in history to be part of this Constituent Assembly and bring this nation to independence. Thank you.
Honourable Member for Atolls.
Thank you, Chairman. Me too, long makim nisa natol. Olosem one pla region to be. Me got tripla hamamas. Makim people below me. Long talk olosem. History. And me come up again. Long set him up this pla Constituent Assembly. But before I continue, me like looking also motion, even moved by the President, even seconded. I like to bring the Nissan Atolls as the secondment, long this motion, to qualify us to long talk more. So, maski berata member belong hagogohi talk finish, but me, people of Nissan Atolls, I like second him. Just pala motion where President even move him. So with that, let me continue further. Me like Toklasem, the whole world, the Pacific, and the domestic people blame me Papua New Guinea. Only watch him, you me. Plenty long all even behind him, all talk belong, all meetings. Now only sawe finish long position belong Bougainville. So, lo miat, me like Tokolosem, let's not be discouraged. We are in the right path. Also, me sawe talk at the time. Chairman, you may not broke him one half road or half law. We have followed. You may been behind him, go through, coming up today. So, wrong man does all by can go court long end. Now you may not got wrong. So lo me like talk all the same. Let's not be discouraged. Let's be proud that we have today as the historical setting day where you may now come up in the Constituent Assembly, heading on to the independent Tinting you may got long and long. 1st of September 2027. Behind him, timeline where Olive set him long, Wabak meeting long, you may want them government of Papua New Guinea. Let's also appreciate the fact that we have support from the national government. Members of the national government of Papua New Guinea are waiting for the day to come. I'm assuring you now, Chairman and Assembly, that there is the number in waiting. Me start him, all get the talk even come up. True, he got all of this legally hiccup, but they've been corrected and they will be corrected. Now, Miss Sawe also we will get our aspirations as the time comes. Chairman, me believe in my heart that the Almighty Lord has always been guiding Bougainville all through decisions. Decisions of community government, decisions of provincial government, decisions of autonomous government, and we are now going to independent. It was through the mighty wisdom of the Lord. The Lord is with us. So let's not forget that we are working together with the Spirit of the Lord. Chairman, me like add on again, me like talk all same. Me hamamas tumas, lon talk all same. You me worry lonem. You me come up in finish. Road long, independent is the way we did today. Some minutes ago, you may sign him all paper. And we are going to carry it forward. Long this time, long. Kiss him through, independent, believe me. Again, me like Tokolosem, the world is listening. The Western Pacific is listening. Papua New Guinea is listening. And many of them are with us. That's the truth. That's the fact. You must talk to people. And we will get there. Time you walk in garden blayu. Who said again by come steal him kai long garden blayu. No one will have to do that. Because the person become stealing banana below me. He has to be put to court. The law will apply. But this one, you may not brook him anything. We have walked a journey. We have sailed the ocean. We have flown the air. We have climbed the mountains, the highest mountain, Mount Everest or Mount Wilhelm. We have done that, and there is nothing wrong. Mr. Speaker, Chairman, sorry, forgive me. Me, Speaker yet. Mausia Pasolo Speaker, sorry, Chairman. Chairman, me like to all the same. I believe in my heart, wholeheartedly, that we cannot be put aside from our aspirations. Aspirations, believe me, by come up true. And it will be true. Also, when we talking Attorney General, put him along this bipartisan committee. Put him along bipartisan committee so that you can go on and talk on all this. But suppose you know put in me, you fly me go along Narble side or some observably that's all. But let me say, Chairman, mi hamamas tumas. So on behalf of my family, the people of Nissan, the people of Atolls, me fully compliment him. This will work about. Now look at the hard work committees. I better not forget the independent readiness commission team, where we will put them together. All get a good work. I better compliment our lawyer, Tony Regan and his team for doing a good work. And again, me like to all them. Parliament, Constituent Assembly, you are in we are in the right track and will be there. Chairman, thank you too much. Me talk to all some tribe lahamamas through. And congratulations to everybody who's even signing paper today. Thank you.
Honorable Member Block Copy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think first time through me like on behalf of the Kopi citizens, me like congratulate him. Thank you, Lord President. You can move him this motion long Constituent Assembly. One kind time me sign up ready number 3 law support him this motion. So thank you, Thomas. Now congratulations. Everything is in order. It's in you have. Mr. Chairman, you may have noticed that this session may been sitting down quite through. From the outset, the first statement from the President, the second statement from AG, and some of the readings have been taken online, and some commentary from the moderator, Mr. Chairman. I feel confident. And then the so-called keyboard warriors, they are on our side, a lot of them. Me working this just in the introductory comments long. I will be short, Mr. Chairman. So, me marking all people below me, lo copy, lo talk, thank you. Congratulating this la Constituent Assembly. It's a major milestone. It's a major milestone. It is in line with the process, nothing out of order. So there's a lot of confidence. I have been quiet in this session. So me like Dr. Sol, the Constituent Assembly is all in order and we are all in this all together. It's all in line with the peace agreement. And then the process, as we go forward, this is, as I said, it's a major milestone. Number two, me like Tok Long Constituent Assembly, we have a lot of work to do during this time, and of course the elections, and then after the elections. So I think before me go further, me like wishing everybody here good luck long coming elections. So hopefully we can all come back and then, you know, keep up the momentum, keep the spirit high, keep the fire burning until we reach the finishing line. Mr. Chairman, in the meantime, I want to also appeal to the Constitution Planning Commission to make the copies available. Make this available so that we can have time to read them carefully. I have read the second draft, the first earlier draft, and I think we all need to make it our business during this time and the elections, and then beyond the elections, we want to make it our business so that we are fluent in what the Constitution talks about, what our duties are, responsibilities are, what the safeguards are there in the Constitution for the government and for the people and for us, the constituent members, Assembly members. So this plan appeal from me, Mr. Chairman, the copies can be made available for us as soon as possible so that we can read and then get ourselves acquainted with the Constitution. This is a very, very vital, critical, and important Constitution for us going forward. This plan me like talk us next point me like talk make him legally appeal. I want to appeal to Papua New Guinea. I want to appeal to our Melanesian brothers, Solomon Islands, Vanuatu, Fiji, Yumi, region below Yumi. It's independence, no good something. Independence is really good for the safety, security of this region. The more numbers we have as a sovereign nation, the more voting power we have on the international stage. So I think along this plan, we can appeal to Honorable Prime Minister James Marape. You know, you have a duty, you have the obligation as part of the peace agreement. We all need to play our role, as the moderator has mentioned. Independence, no good something. It's a good thing for all of us, the Melanesians in here. So this plan me just working appeal, Papua New Guinea, especially Prime Minister, Honorable James Marape, to follow the process. No can make him all kind excuse, kind delay tactics, because you know we are just following the process. So on the part of ABG, the President, and the Attorney General and the team that has been attending the JSP, me like congratulate him. You play along, you be behind him process. It's very important, and I think we attain a lot of respect when we do that. Even the standard of citizenship out of PNG. Now we are looking at supporting Yumi because we are not putting in any of our own agenda. Yumi will behind in process. Yumi will behind in peace agreement, and that's a good thing. And we gain a lot of respect for this. So on this plan, me like thank him, the team led by the President, the Vice President, and the Attorney General. I'm good play through. So me been talk appeal, me been talk appeal Papua New Guinea and our Melanesian brothers to play your cards right. We need support, and I hope you can give us that support. And number three, me been talk long. Okay, so I think by me finishing talk long me because the colleague assembly members will have time to speak. So last plot through, in conclusion, me like to call them, this is a nation that we are creating. We want a leadership that is transparent. We want a leadership that is corruption-free. We want a leadership that will manage the resources for equitable benefit to all the citizens of this new nation, of this so new nation that our forefathers had fought for. Maybe from time immemorial. I'm reading from the history and the archives. Actually, this independence is an intergenerational dream for every one of us. So it's now upon us and the new leadership that's going to come on board to play according to benchmarks, So the minimum we can get is a transparent leadership that is corruption-free, that's going to manage the resources for the benefit of the people for a better tomorrow. Thank you, Chairman.
Honorable members, by me suspending this assembly meeting, we will continue. But when we come back, please stick to the motion, which is the motion establishing this assembly, and the final motion that by me deal one time after lunch, long adopting more rules of procedure. So let's have a lunch break now and come back at 2 p.m. Honorable members, we suspend this assembly until 2 o'clock p.m. this afternoon.
And there you have it, our viewers and also listeners in Bougainville and outside as well. That was the first meeting for the Bougainville Constituent Assembly for the Republic of North Solomons. Okay, as mentioned by the speaker, statements or comments made after being sworn in, and the first part of the session today, they had the swearing in of the elected members and appointed members to the Bougainville Constituent Assembly. So this sitting is coming live. Hopefully, if we do not have the internet issue, it should be coming live on YouTube today. And also acknowledging our listeners tuning in to NBC Bougainville and New Dawn FM. If you are tuning in from South Bougainville, Central Bougainville, and North Bougainville, we thank you so much for being part of this session today. So the members of the assembly meeting has been suspended for now. They will come back suspended for lunch, and they will come back at 2 p.m. Bougainville Standard Time. But for now, if you've just joined us, just informing you that this session has begun as the first Bougainville Constituent Assembly for the Republic of North Solomons. Okay, the current elected members have been sworn in as members to the Constituent Assembly, and we've had 6 appointed members, and these 6 are part of the Bougainville Constitutional Planning Commission. They are commissioners of the BCPC and now appointed into the Bougainville Constituent Assembly of the Republic of North Solomons. Again, this is a historical moment for Bougainville, following the motion that was presented by the President, Honorable Ismail Toroma, yesterday afternoon, when the Bougainville House of Representatives had all accepted the motion. Yesterday was the last Parliament sitting, and this morning the session here at the chambers began as the first Bougainville Constituent Assembly of the Republic of North Solomons. As you've heard in the changes, the speaker format mentioned as the speaker is currently being referred to as the chairman of the assembly. So again, viewers and listeners, thank you for being part of us, and we will join you at 2 p.m. this afternoon.